Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Diablo 3. My name is Wilfred. I'm at the public test Ryan PTR trying out the brand new wizard set called the Typhon Veil. This is the phase 2 of the testing after Blizzard has incorporated the feedback from the tester on this set and making it more fun, I guess. And I had fun last night in one of the GRs, and I've put a recording for you guys as well. I put the time code below should you want to jump right straight to action. Hydra is a power that I have always enjoyed in a wizard, and I played it during every season, mix it with the Hydra kind of build during leveling to 70. Then after that I transit to the endgame build, because so far there has not been any Hydra-centric build until now. So this is the brand new Hydra set whereby you can summon Hydra with 5 heads instead of 3 heads. Lasts a little bit longer, and also the number of heads that the Hydra has will have the implication to your damage received reduction as well as the damage dealt for the Hydra. So that's really important to keep the number of heads alive if you could. So that is one. The other thing is that this Hydra, I picked a Lightning Hydra, but the Hydra does frost as well because of the gear choice I picked up. So you can see in just a bit. I'll show you the gear. The graphic looks something like that. I'm not that hot about this new graphic. I guess they try to build it around the Hydra theme to it. But it is still a new set. I don't know. It looks a bit spiky, I would say. Okay, now the gear wise looks something like that. It has the first set bonus is to give you longer duration as well as more heads. So instead of 3, it become 5. Then damage reduction 80%. So it's really cool. If you manage to have 10 heads alive, every time you receive damage, the head will die, but it cannot die more than once every 2 seconds, which will allow you to do a little bit of rushing, either for bounty or you just want to rush for elite pets if so you wish to. I tried last night. My heads seldom die, so but I guess there are different play style whereby you want to rush things a little bit, take a little bit of risk as you may. And the last set bonus is really telling you that pick Hydra, because you will get up to 12,000% increased damage for the Hydra shoot all the heads alive, or the damage will decrease accordingly once the head start dying. Just resummon them. Okay, now, so with that said, the gear wise is very much remind me of a Tal Rasha, but the gameplay is a lot more different. But gear choice is very much similar. I'm using a Death Wish as well as the Shajil kind of pair. So with that, every time when I channel a power, I will increase the damage of all sources by 325%, which is quite a big deal. Further increased by 150% with the offhand item, and also it auto casts one of the power that I have, that has that require AP arcane power. So what it means is that as I cast the as a channel, I can have whichever here that use AP. So I have here a supermassive black hole, mainly to do lightning, mainly to do a big crowd control, mainly to also trigger one of the ring power as well. But yeah, I mean, you could do it this way. You could use this arcane kind of like torrent to summon the Hydra. I personally like to just summon that to places that I want to summon, because then they will do a bit of damage to places that I want to be. But yeah, I mean, that is one nice pair that you could have. Ring-wise, I use the convention of element, like every other build in Diablo 3 does that. Also the Halo of Kirini, which give you a further damage reduction as you dealt as your storm armor electrocute enemy more than 15 yards away, which kind of like kind of easy, because this wizard is not a melee wizard, it's just someone that stay behind. Storm armor, by the way, is here as a lightning one, so it does also reduce the arcane power cost. Not that I need it, but yeah, I mean, it is to trigger this Halo of Kirini. I use the skirt necklace because, well, since I have the damage reduction from the set 80%, since I have another 80% from the Kirini, I think maybe I could take a little bit of risk in in terms of the way that I play a little bit. I could have teleport, also have a bit of lesser damage if so I wish to. So yeah, I mean, I think I can take a bit of risk-based approach to have the Scourge Necklace to further increase the damage of the Hydra as well. So that is the whole setup. The belt wise, you know, I kind of want to pick this arcane power, the binding itself. Mainly to reduce the power of the cost of the arcane power of the arcane torrent and so on and so forth. If without it though, I mean, you will see a bit of like drop, so you can't sustain the output of it. Not that it is that important, it does come up quite fast, but you can feel that it doesn't really maintain that arcane torrent that you need, especially for high GR push. You do need that. All right, so that is one. From a cube wise perspective, and I think that go without saying, Serpent's Sparker is a must. You can summon 2 Hydra instead, and also increase Hydra by a further 450%. So it is almost like a must. The Magistry also is kind of interesting because not only for the Frost Nova for crowd control that kind of like work synergize with the Bane of the Trap, but also the you dealt increased damage of the Hydra as well. So yeah, I mean 450 here, 450 here. The last one is kind of interesting. I'm experimenting it, not sure how it works, but not sure whether it will work out the way that I want it to be, is to use the Manald Healed. So that basically synergizes with one of the passive called the Paralysis, which is to stun targets when you deal lightning damage, which you see that I have a lot of lightning damage everywhere. But any enemy stun also take additional 14,000 kind of like weapon damage as lightning. So if you are lucky enough to have this prop while your conventional element switch to like a lightning, then yeah, I mean, you probably can kill off the elite or even the boss rather fast. So that is kind of exciting. So this is actually the build defining kind of like a moment. If this works, that is great. If it doesn't, then I'll try something else in the live server. All right, so now from the build wise perspective, Arcane Torrent I use a static discharge, just a lightning half damage, stun and all. Teleport, you can do Wormhole, I guess, if you want to rush a little bit of content, just hunt for the elite pet, or you can do a safe passage, or you can use like a clone that deploy a clone if you feel that you need the kind of a coverage. So I mean that I'll try out different means as I go in the live server. Black Hole, super massive. Black Hole is not going to be something that dealt damage, is rather a crowd control as well as the lightning as to stun. I find the Black Hole quite effective in kind of like making sure enemies are far away from me, just get grouped up and not coming to the wizard. So I quite like it. Hydra, I do lightning Hydra. You could do other things if you want to build your Hydra in a different way. That's fine. Storm armor that go without saying, power of the storm. That is one. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should try other armor as well. I mean, you know, that depends on whether I could sustain that. Yeah, I mean that really depending on whether I can sustain the arcane power consumption. I think I may be able to. It doesn't quite deep, so yeah. I mean, I probably can. I probably can do that. Then open up opportunity for you to build some other kind of like storm if you don't want the power of the storm. Magic weapon. It seems like everywhere we are doing that. It's kind of interesting. That could be one of them, or you can do electrify if you want to. I think this may not be needed, I feel, but I need to do a little bit of testing when it comes to the actual gameplay with the Typhon Veil. Very importantly, I use a paralysis that is for the passive. Unstable anomaly is important as well, because GR sometimes can be rather tough. You make some mistake, then your character die, but you're being brought alive. Power hungry instead of the audacity is to I think this is more like a range build, like you have to stay really far away. But then again, I think this is to you, not the pet. So even your Hydra is up front, this is still count as you as power hungry that you hit somewhere far away. Could be. Another one is that I use unwavering will. You could use something else as well. I mean, I tend to stand still quite a fair bit because just the way I play. But if you would like to play a rush build, then you may want to pick some other things instead of the you can pick other things that may help you as well. So there's quite a lot of options. Maybe this one is quite important as well. While you are not taking damage for last 5 seconds, which is quite often the case, you gain another shield that absorb damage. So that's yet another option that you use if you don't want to use unwavering will. So yeah, there's quite a few options when it comes to the passive. All right, so now this is the end of part 1 of the video. Part 2 is to walk through with you the actual gameplay itself. So this is part 2 of the video showcasing to you the Typhon Veil. My first attempt playing this. I have no idea how to play the this new set, so it's a little bit cautious, a bit slower than I normally would have done. I picked a GR90 because I'm too lazy to augment any gear in the public test realm, so it is what it is. And also, my build may not be optimized. The gear that I pick may not be optimized to the build that I need to. So I just do a 90 just to have a feel of how it plays like. So as you can see, I front run all the Hydra in at the front, and with my Arcane Torrent, it does the supermassive black hole from time to time as well. So it's rather interesting. Very effective. A lot of stunning. A lot of like kind of like lightning damage everywhere. Kind of yeah, I mean, I think season 19 I do a Aegis of Vela, which is also lightning, and then season 20 if I do this build, then it'll be like another lightning kind of build. But that's fine, I enjoy it. And it seems that the Hydra does have a rather good range when it comes to its lightning damage. But of course, Frost Nova is a little bit just like localized near area kind of damage. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be rather good, the Hydra. Yeah, and the other thing that I have not mentioned in my part 1 of video is the legendary gem choice. I picked the Bane of the Trap because I do a lot of stuns in my build, and I also picked the Enforcer to buff my Hydra further to another. I think if you do a 101 kind of rank gem, you do a 90 plus kind of % increase to your Hydra. Then I do the say Stone of Vengeance as well, because the further away I am, the more damage I dealt. I think it's rather good, so this is cool. Also bear in mind that this is I'm testing this one, so I actually picked the wrong passive. I used Audacity instead of the Power Hungry. So I don't know. It's something that I'm still trying out and see what is the difference between the two, and kind of thing. So, but I think my gameplay style is very much like the Necromancer Mage build, whereby I stay back, let the pet in front do all the damage, and so on. Yeah, and and it trigger the supermassive black hole as well automatically, so that it's useful. Right. So yeah, I mean, it's progressing pretty well, and this map is pretty cool as well. Yeah, and you could keep bringing the Hydra up front. Let them do the things that they do in front of the whole thing. So yeah, so that is I mean, so far that is what it plays like. Very straightforward, positioning of your Hydra. Do a bit of like laid back kind of pet build. So yeah, I mean, if you like pet, I know my wife does it. This is probably one of the options as well in Diablo 3. And as we progress here, you can see that yeah, I'm just trying to see the range of the Hydra. It does do quite a fair bit of like a lightning to everything. I'm trying to see how effective is the paralysis, which stun the target and so on. It does tell you the frozen and all. So yeah, just slowly getting there. My first run, if it doesn't look too exciting, it's just because I don't know how far I can push this guy. But one thing notice though, Hydra head is stay as 10. It's very rarely I got any hit at all, I would say. Yeah, look at that, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's done as well. So yeah, that is it just stay back a little bit and let the Hydra does its thing. For sure, the Hydra at the back cannot reach the front, but so yeah, I mean, there's a real need to reposition your Hydra, even with the sigil that you have here. But yeah, it does do half a screen, I would say. It does half a screen of, yeah, it does do half a screen. So you can do it, use it to pull back a little bit. Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, I feel great playing this one. And I think this is towards the end of the dungeon here. Yeah, I mean, so far it does seem that I don't really take any damage at GL90. At doing a rather good pace as well. I think if I take a little bit more risk, I can go a little bit faster here. Yeah, it does melt things pretty nicely. I like it. Yeah, I can visualize myself playing this in season 20. So now the Guardian will be out very soon, and as you can see, the Guardian, I'll just like, yeah, I got hit by the way, and my Hydra head is still there. So yeah, that's it. Now of course I've got to buff the shrine as well towards the end, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward for GR90 for 5 minutes. So I guess I can do 100 plus. I mean, bear in mind that I have not augmented any of my gear. All right, so now thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this kind of like a test video set. And I'll see you in season 20. Bye bye.